side lane, and it kind of ties back into this dive composition. Wow, okay. We'll get to that in a second, but we talked about dive from SK. You have Camille diving in, Ari diving in. Yeah, there's just a lot of dive, and I think they're making sure that you get that first Herald, and SK, they will be forced to reset here, which means that BDS can actually make their way towards the Herald. Let's have a look at that.
Give themselves away. Flash from Xmadi. Depth charge coming in as well. Jezu does have the killer instinct. They could look for the chase here. Dote trying to turn it around, and the Berserk comes just in time. Bailout possibility as well. Treats dive too deep, and Xmadi takes him out. A double for BDS.
Beautiful play from the bot lane of BDS. Xmadi was put under a lot of scrutiny last split. His bot lane 2v2 performance was not the level that many fans believed was right for LEC, but starting off the split strong, and a lot of credit needs to be given to Dote there. He did everything right. The shielding from his E, the ultimate to buy him a little bit more time, as we see another engage in the top.
Syncroft waiting in the wings, though. Serta's on his way up as well. The Gnar back. Aggressivo going to try and dodge away. Gilius looking for the damage as well, but Gilius might be the first to fall. Aggressivo, one more auto is enough. Genex jumps back in into the charm. The knock up, the CC. Syncroft low. Nuclear Int now joins. Orbit Deception not going to land, and Nuclear Int will land. His shurikens, dives back in. Hits another. Certus has no charm.
Doesn't have the damage to get the kill into Certus. Does get the flash, though.
That's a lot of damage. The bullet time. Jezu forced down to 80 HP. And now, because of that Eclipse on Xmadi, and because of Adode's threat with the hostile takeover, they have to back away once again. Xmadi with his second play of the game. Treats and Gilius looking for something here. You can see Serta's on his way as well. Spirit Rush just about to come off cooldown. Adode does have the hostile takeover here. Gilius looking for the stun. No flash, remember, on Xmadi. He dodges back and forth, but he's still locked up. Hostile takeover coming out. Xmadi, though, locked up and shut down by SK. He'll come back for a second with a bailout, but in the end, it's Sertus.
Mainly, I think his goal was to look for a steal. Maybe stealing away a blue buff, maybe some jungle camps. Nothing's really going to be available for him.
On the bottom side, SK put all of their eggs on the top side of the map and will be able to secure the second Rift Herald of the game.
Towards the top side of the map, they recognize that if they can get Genex in a position where he can snowball in the isolated 1v1.
That was just such perfect waiting in the bush from SK. Time for their AD carry to farm another wave. They know they're going to lose this top tier 1. Not in a strong enough position. You can see the tooth.
But it's still not quite enough because now BDS is doing the same.
But the BDS also saw Sertus use his charm trying to catch out at Dote, so they know that that charm isn't up right now, but it does come back in time. Everforce used as well. Treats looking for the hook. Crescent Guard pop though. So much damage coming out from the MF ultimate. Genex will be forced away. BDS turn their eyes towards the dragon.
Still up though for SK. Ari's ultimate. The Gilius has his ultimate. Kai'Sa has the ultimate as well.
So. Syncroft, no ult, does have flash, they're just going in. Spirit Rush a possibility, there's the charm, TP behind. Janex, no Hexagold momentum, but can get into this fight. They're looking for the dragon. Can Gilius steal it? He can! Third dragon of the game over to SK. Syncroft low, will be caught out. The bailout brings him back, but he will fall in the end. BDS still looking for the fight as Genex steps forward onto Aggressivo. Nuclear Int could get onto Genex here. Treats trying to escape down towards the bottom side, and Genex will be caught, and Nuclear Int will get a triple in the fight.
They're separating themselves and giving this Akali a lot of these 1v1 situations that she can just pick apart the team fight.
Disagree.
So, the problem is, I wish I could remember. I can't remember if Aggressivo had the Mega Gnar.
And you can use the summoner spells and the tools at your disposal to maximize the amount of experience and gold you're getting on the map.
Not the worst plan ever. You can see that Sertus is very close to that death cap, expecting the lack of information. Oh god, he's...
Everforce into the Hexagon Maiden. The charm misses. Aggressivo with a fancy feat on his debut game on the stage. He tries to dodge away from Sertus and Genex. Aggressivo building up towards the Mega Gnar, but he just doesn't have the time. SK delayed and delayed and delayed, and in the end, they get their reward.
Actually pull out a big fight.
Dragon started. 5,000 on it. Soul, the option for SK. Charm goes in. Syncroft diving forward as well. Gilius gets it. Mountain so secured for SK, but Gilius will be able to dash away as well. Manages to survive in the pit. Genex is caught by all of BDS. He will pay for the soul with his life. He tries to get away. You guys, you're too overeager. There's no way he's escaping from that. Dote takes him down. Aggressivo trying to get towards level 16 himself.
Hang on.
BDS started. Treats flashes. Adone tries to flash away, but can't escape. Hostile takeover will only land up to 2. The knock-up onto Xmadi on the backline. Bullet time coming in as well. Xmadi low, Sertus diving forward. Everforce over Deception. Xmadi still alive somehow. Genex goes in. Xmadi brought back with a bailout, but they need to kill Jezu quickly enough. They can't do it. Jezu will die afterwards. Nuclear Int dies onto Genex as he tries to get the damage down onto the SK top laner. Meanwhile, Orbital Deception going in once again. Aggressivo just surviving. To be suspicious here, but you can see BDS.
Oh wow, this is
forward.
so fast.
It's already down to 3,000. Syncroft puts a ward in, and immediately it's gone. Gilius smites it.
Sure, BDS may be able to get a tower back, but SK, they're not going to be too upset about that. They'll be able to make their way back out onto
Genx just going to commit to split pushing here. I wonder how long's on his teleport timer. 26 seconds, so there's a tiniest of windows. Like one of SK now have control towards this bot side river.
Yes, cannot fit through the window. Here we are, SK Certus with the engaged. Charm
away. Charm goes out, as you say. Lots of damage to the backline. Crescent Guard coming out as well as Certus caught in the midst of nuclear int. Bailout being used, hostile takeover as well. Treats pods the stopwatch. Gilius not in the best of positions as he's in the back of the fight, back of the pit as well. Treats will fall. Oh, great snipe! Great snipe onto XMADI. That's a lot deep, and Treats will know he's there when he comes around the corner. Counter TP, use nuclear int. Depth charge, a possibility. Killer instinct in, nuclear int. You gotta pull something miraculous here. The TP he lived up to his name.
That caught nuclear int by surprise. He was not expecting so many SK members to be in that area, and the way in which Jezu collapsed so quickly with his ultimate was able to shut down nuclear int. He did have flash. I'm surprised they didn't invest more to try and get out of that situation.
If it works, looks incredible, but when Treats is just there immediately to CC you, and then the Killer Instinct follow-up makes it basically impossible. This Elder Drake BDS have to just give up everything. No real way for them to fight. Spirit Rush off cooldown. Certus could look for something. Flash Charm always a possibility as well, but looks like SK know they've already done a lot of damage to this top tier 3. They'll take that as well. Second inhibitor of the game for them as they lock it out. Nuclear Int trying to step forward, but what do you do into it?
SK will be the ones to start it off. Treats is spotted out here, and he knows he's spotted. Does he know that?
I mean, all of SK have been spotted. They know that Genx and Jezu are here as well. Treats already down. BDS could look for a bit more of an engaged. Charm going out. Crescent Guard available for Syncroft, but very tanky with the Force of Nature, Frozen Heart.
Point of pressure. And then BDS is going to be forced to make a choice.
Certus with the Charm once again onto Syncroft. Crescent Guard will be used. Bullet time coming out as well. Gilius has to pop the Heartbreaker to get away. Nuclear Int looking for a flank position here as he dives in, but it's only on to Treats. Hostile takeover coming in as well, and Treats is very low. Nuclear Int dived on by Genx. Meanwhile, the GA popped on XMADI. Nuclear Int trying to do what he can, but Treats continues to land the hooks. XMADI comes back though. Treats down, 2 down. Genx, Certus, and Jezu have to try and do everything in this fight. The GA still available for Jezu. The Charm wide. Syncroft survives all but a session though. Will lock him out. Genx, more Death's Dance and Divine Sundra means he is nigh unkillable as SK find 2 in the fight.
The GA will be popped for Jezu, but it ends up being a 2 for 2. I imagine this will be a 3rd as Genx locks down Odote, but the base again is in shambles. Only 2 members are left alive. They're hitting the base button because they both have TP. SK looking to end the game.
I mean, what wave clear do you really have? Aggressivo has some, Nuclear Int has some, but the 5-point strike doesn't really clear out these super minions too quickly. Aggressivo going to try and build up towards that Mega Gnar. Does have the Gnar ultimate as well, but look at the damage onto the tower. Genx basically feasting on them. Is the Cho'Gath ultimate worth the true damage? The Gnar back brings Genx underneath the tower. Nuclear Int looking for the damage as they do manage to kill off Jezu. Nuclear Int has to do it all here though. The GA popped on Aggressivo. Genx looking for the tower itself. Precision protocol enough, and SK will ignore the BDS players and instead take down the base.
It was close at the end there. I really